Hi, this video is about how to select credible scientific resources for your discussion board posts and how to use APA formatting in the references list and in text citations in your discussion board post. This is the homepage for your class. From the homepage, click on Getting Started. Scroll down until you see Course Resources and click on Course Resources. Okay. And if you scroll down, you're going to see a notice about credible references for your discussion board post. So you can use the Kaiser University Online Library, your textbook, professional science organization websites, .edu, Science Daily, Medscape, Medline, just as long as the authors are credible and scientific. Say they have a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, a PhD, or maybe a master's of nursing or a doctor of nursing or an MD. Okay. What you cannot use is you cannot use any open resources. You also cannot use encyclopedia articles in your discussion board posts. Okay, so here's a long list of resources that you cannot use. Here's other credible scientific resources that you can use in your discussion board posts, all listed here. So the first thing is with APA formatting. Remember, you have your scientific resources. You're going to paraphrase from your scientific resources. Once you paraphrase, that means you write the information in your own words. You can use any type of quotations in scientific writing. This is the order and how you format the references list. First thing in the references list, and that goes at the end of your post, you write the authors, publication date, title, and then the source. Here are additional sites if you need additional help in how to use APA formatting in the references list and in text citations. So let's look at some common examples and how to use APA formatting in the references list and in text citations. First example is using a scientific journal article that was written by one author. In the references list, first thing, listing the author's last name, comma, the first initial, the first name, period, first initial, the middle name, period. Second, publication date in parentheses, the year, comma, month, day. Third is the title of the article, and 4 is the source. Now the in-text citation with one author in parentheses, and that goes within your post, you're going to include the author's last name, comma, publication year in parentheses. Now here's a scientific journal article written by two authors. First thing in the references list is listing both authors' names, last name first, comma, first initial, the first name. If they have a middle name, first initial, the middle name. Second is the publication date, year, comma, month, day. Third is the title of the article. 4 is the source. Now the in-text citation that goes within your post for two authors, both authors' last names, comma, publication year. Your textbook with 5 authors. First thing in the references list is listing all of the authors' names. Again, last name first, comma, first initial, the first name, period, first initial, the middle name, period, if they have a middle name. Second, the publication date in parentheses, year, comma, month, day. Third is the title. So this would be the title of your textbook. And fourth, lastly, would be the source. Now the in-text citation with 5 authors, you would write first the author's last name, ETA, all period, comma, publication year, all in parentheses, and that goes within your post. Here's a scientific journal article with 3 or more authors. First thing in the references list, listing all the authors' names, last name first, comma, first initial, the first name, period, first initial, the middle name, period. Second is the publication date, year, comma, month, day. Third is the title. 4 is the source. Now the in-text citation with 3 or more authors in parentheses, listing the first author's last name, ETA, all period, comma, publication year. Now here's an article published with an institution or a government agency or an organization. So in the references list that goes at the end of the post, first thing is listing the full name of that institution, of that organization. If there's an abbreviation, then writing the abbreviation of that name. Second is the publication date in parentheses, year, comma, month, day. Third is the title, and then 4 is the source. Now the in-text citation with an institution or an organization, you would just write in parentheses, just the abbreviation of the author, if they have an abbreviation of the author's name, comma, publication year. Here's a resource with no author, no publication date. So in the references list, listing unknown, because there's no author. No publication date. Second would be in parentheses, N period, D period. Third would be the title. 4 would be the source. Now the in-text citation with no author, for that in-text citation in parentheses, since there's no author, in quotations, the title of the article, and since there's no publication date, end period, D period. But what you might find more commonly is a credible author or authors, no publication date. So again, in the references list and in-text citations, since there's no publication date, in parentheses would be end period, D period. Okay. So again, how you get to this site, first thing is just clicking on getting started. Then once you click on getting started, click on course resources, and then refer to how to select credible resources for the discussion board post, and then how to use APA formatting by using the most common examples using APA formatting in the references list in text citation.